Good morning, my dear students. The topic of my lectures is non-aqueous solvent. So before we start with this topic in details, let me introduce some terms of this non-aqueous solvent. So first terms, which is solvent. The liquid which has ability to dissolve another substance is called as solvent. For example, water, liquid ammonia, liquid sulfur. Then second term come into this topic is solute. The other substance that gets dissolved is called as solute. Then last terms which comes in this topic is solution. The combination of solute and solvent is called as solution. Solution is a homogeneous mixture with solvents as a continuous phase and solute as a discontinuous phase. In a solution, the solution is present in less amount. In solution, the solvent is present in a large amount. Then the classification of the solvents, let's see how it is classified. Depending on the different properties, the solvents are classified in three different ways. First classification is based on proton donor acceptance property. The second classification is based on ionizing properties. Let us see the first classification based on proton donor acceptor properties. In that it is first classified as protonic or protoic or protonic solvents. Then second, again it is classified as acidic solvent, basic solvent and amphoteric solvents. Then second subcategory of this classification is aprotic or non-protic solvents. Then depending upon ionizing property like dissolve, like it is classified as ionizing solvent and non-ionizing solvents. The third category of classification is aqueous and non-aqueous solvent. Let us see what is protic or protonic solvent. The solvents which have a hydrogen atom in their formula and have a tendency to donate or accept proton are called as protic or protonic solvents. They can further classified into three ways: acidic solvents, basic solvents, and last amphoteric solvents. So let us see what is acidic solvent. The acidic solvents have a tendency to donate proton are called as acidic solvents. The example of this is our HCl, SCN. Then let us see basic solvent. The solvents which have a tendency to accept protons are called as basic solvent. The example of this basic solvents is ammonia, C5H5N. Then amphoteric or amphiotic solvents. The solvents which have a tendency to donate as well as accept proton are called as amphoteric solvents. For example, water and glycerin are amphoteric solvents because they can donate as well as accept protons. Then let us see what is a protoic or non-protic solvents. The solvents which may or may not have hydrogen atom in formula but do not have a tendency to donate proton are called as aprotic or non-protic solvent. Example of these aprotic solvents are Ca2, C2S6. Then classification is based on ionizing property. Let us see. In that first is ionizing solvents. They possess following properties. They undergo self-ionization. They are polar in nature. They dissolve ionic compound. They have high dipole moment and high dielectrical constant. They dissolve compounds which can be dissociated. For example, water, ammonia, SO2, etc. undergoes self-ionization. Then second category is non-ionizing solvents. They possess following properties. They do not undergo self-ionization. They are non-polar in nature. They dissolve covalent compounds. They have low dipole moment and low electric constant. For example, C6S6, CaCl3, CCl4, etc. The last classification is aqueous and non-aqueous solvent. Water is a universal solvent, everybody know. and it is also called as aqueous solvent. All the other solvents that called as non-aqueous solvents, these solvents include liquid ammonia, liquid sulfur dioxide, etc. Liquid ammonia as a solvent. Let us see some properties of this liquid ammonia. A liquid ammonia has many properties similar to water. Due to this, it is extensively used in many reactions. We may compare properties of ammonia with that of water as the melting point and boiling point of ammonia are minus 77.74 degrees centigrade and minus 33.35 degrees centigrade, whereas for water they are 0 degree and 100 degree respectively. Melting point and boiling point clearly shows that liquid range of ammonia is only 44.4 degrees Celsius, while for water it is 100 degrees Celsius. This shows superiority of water over ammonia. The dielectrical constant of water is 78.5, while that of ammonia is 22 at minus 33.5 degrees centigrade. This clearly shows that water is better solvent for ionic compounds while ammonia is better solvent for non-ionic compounds. Hence, it can be used as solvent for organic compounds. Then last, viscosity of ammonia, it is 0.254 centipoise at minus 33.5 degrees centigrade. It much lower than of water, which is 0.891 centipoise at 25 degrees centigrade. Solubility of liquid ammonia. Let us see the solubility in inorganic compounds and organic compounds, metals and non-metals. The solubility. Everybody know what is solubility. When it is dissolved in any solvents, so it gets completely dissolved, or it is partially dissolved, or it is undissolved. So let us see the solubility of liquid ammonia in inorganic compounds. Due to low polarity as compared to water, liquid ammonia is a poor solvent for ionic compounds than water. However, all the compounds formed by ammonia ions are soluble in liquid ammonia irrespective of the anion. Among other compounds, those compounds highly polarized anion like iodine, thiocyanates are soluble than those containing non-polarizable anion like fluorides and chlorides. Nitrates, nitrides, cyanides are soluble while oxides, sulfates, hydroxide, carbonates, phosphates are insoluble. Then let us check the solubility in organic compound. Due to low dielectrical constant, organic compounds are more soluble in liquid ammonia than water. Hence, it is better solvent for organic reaction. Amongst organic compounds, alkylides, alcohol, esters, ethers, phenols are soluble while hydrocarbons are insoluble. Let us see the solubility of metal. Alkali metals have exceptionally high solubility in liquid ammonia due to ammonolysis. Then nonmetals. Nonmetals like phosphorus, sulfur and iodine dissolve in liquid ammonia, undergo a reaction with it. So these are all the properties of various solvents. So thank you so much for patiently hearing. Thank you.